Oh, hello there. My name is Wesley Hill, and I'd like to take a few moments of your time to talk about something very dear to me.
As it turns out, looks can be deceiving. Much along those same lines, mainstream media likes to manipulate the messages being sent to Americans. Come with me.
This report will attempt to showcase some of the techniques used by mainstream media today.
We compiled footage from numerous interviews and decided to pick a few pertinent clips for your viewing pleasure. Let's take a look at some of the unedited footage.
Should abortion be handled differently in the United States?
Well, I know of certain differences in law when it comes to abortion in different countries. I know it's completely barred in places like Ireland, while at the same time in places like Denmark it can be given out freely and without the consent of the parents of the boy. But I really don't think, obviously I'm pro-choice. I think that all women should have the right to choose. But also I have a personal moral stipulation against women getting abortions freely. But I don't let that taint my political view in the sense that they should always be allowed to have the abortion. So yes, I think the way America has it right now with Roe versus Wade is probably the best way that can be handled, and I'm really strongly just against banning it.
Abortion should be treated differently because for the last 2 decades or more, it's been an issue that is undecided, and it's just been a constant debate between two parties. It needs to reach a decision where we stand as a country, and we need to stand behind that.
There's so many circumstances, like concerning pregnancy and abortion, that it's hard to really criticize it too much, like if it's wrong or right.
Do you feel that the government is approaching illegal immigration the right way?
Not entirely. It's not entirely. It could be done a little bit better, but it is a very long and arduous process, as it is right now for to get citizenship. That's why a lot of people are coming over. That being said, there are also a lot of people who don't have citizenship, and I don't believe that's right either. What needs to be done, in my opinion, is it's really it's almost two opposite solutions. It's both make the citizenship process easier, so that's easier to get, but at the same time, crack down harder on those who do move in illegally. So, because if it is easier to get citizenship, there is some excuse to it.
If you're in this country illegally, you should at least be given the opportunity to go through it the right way, but at the same time, I don't think you should be allowed to just stay here if you don't plan on being here legally ever.
I actually think that illegal immigration should be put down more and definitely crack down on more so than it already is. It's definitely important to make sure that everyone goes through proper paperwork and formalities.
What do you think of Obama's background?
Well, I try not to let it influence my judgment of him thus far. Like I judge by actions, not so much by the background of the person. Like I don't really try to make too many stands because there's a lot of haziness that you get into when you try and talk about anyone's background, just because there's never anyone there to provide an alibi for every single moment of someone's life. So I think that you should really leave backgrounds, unless it's outstanding, out of the argument.
The background of a president or any leader really is irrelevant. What's important is his policies, and how he wants his plan to get them, see them through. Whether he was actually born in Kenya or whatever, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that he's able to follow through with his plans that he has to improve America in any of his platforms.
I think that it's all just a lot of people finding ways to make him look bad or to make him look good, and that's what politics is. I think just a lot of lies and stuff.
Do you think Obama should try making America energy independent?
Yes, but that's I believe that's more the strain on that is more in the technology sector of like private companies discovering new innovative ways to lessen our dependence on oil and move towards more like safer and cleaner energy consumption.
I believe so. Being able to stand on our own 2 feet is a very good thing, and when you're dependent on someone else, especially in a grand scheme like a national power, you definitely want to be able to say, we can do this ourselves in case something does happen in the other country or don't have power. But especially in the grand scheme of things, that a country as large as America with our population, we definitely do need some help. But as much energy we can get from ourselves locally, we should definitely.
Well, I mean, we live in a global world. It's important to be energy independent, but it's also important to be realistic. America can't supply all of its energy needs and still maintain a good environmental standing. So when you think about it, this is where it comes into very complicated. I think that there's energy all over the world, and obviously we need to get away from fossil fuels. So fossil fuels from anywhere is a bad thing. But in the meantime, yes, I think we should develop more, and Obama has done some to make America more energy independent by supporting alternative energy sources. But yes, down the road, I think Obama probably has done more than his critics have said about it.
Do you feel Obama did enough to honor his promise to improve and protect the environment in his last term?
I feel that he definitely offered financial incentives for companies to invest in green and sustainable technologies. Whether or not that is enough, I guess, is up to personal opinion, and I don't really have one on that.
Really, I don't think I've seen that much happen. Like, I have not seen much major legislation come through to protect the environment. But overall, I haven't seen too much leeway given to companies to really take advantage of the environment. Like, I've not seen major land contracts go through granting land to oil companies or something like that. He's actually spoken out against allowing oil companies to drill out overseas in the Gulf of Mexico and such. So I think he's kept mostly on par with that, but I really, as an environmentalist at heart, I'd like to see more. I'd always like to see more, no matter what he's done. But really, that's all I have to say on that.
Oh, you finished! Now let's see what a little magic from our skilled video editor can accomplish.
I love America, and that's why this year I'm talking out against Obama. Obama promised us change, but instead we received the same old tired rhetoric. Here's what Chris Schneider said about Obama's abortion policy.
I have a personal moral stipulation against women getting abortions.
He's not even doing enough to curb our immigration problem.
Immigration should be put down more and definitely crack down on.
Is Obama himself an illegal immigrant? Here's what our expert says about Obama's origins.
He was actually born in Kenya.
Is Obama even fit to be our president? Does he even lift?
No matter what he's done, I'd like to see more.
This advertisement was paid for by Americans for America.
Side effects may include dry mouth, insomnia, sexual side effects, diarrhea, nausea, and sleepiness.
As you can see, the message the student was trying to convey was skewed based on the context of both the question and the remainder of his response.
The bottom line is, data manipulation is a very real concept in today's mass media, and it's important to be aware of it.
So why don't you take a few minutes with your class and discuss what you've seen here today.